Hi everybody, and today we're going to be talking about the wonderful subject of equivalent fractions. And equivalent fractions are really important for us because they make more complicated addition and subtraction problems just go away, because equivalent fractions are like our superpower in maths. So I'm going to show you what an equivalent fraction looks like. I'm going to give you a method for sorting out equivalent fractions, and then of course at the end you can have a go yourself. So what does an equivalent fraction look like? Well, firstly, here's two diagrams, and on my diagram I've cut my pie chart into a third, and I've cut my other pie chart into a sixth. And if I do this, I'm going to show you what a third looks like, and if I do this, I'm going to show you what a sixth and a sixth looks like. And hopefully you've spotted that they're exactly the same. Equivalent means the same. What does this look like if I write it? Well, I understand that a third equals a sixth and a sixth, and if I add 1/6 and I add 1/6, how many sixths have I got? I've got 2/6. So 1/3. Remembering that equivalent means the same, is exactly the same, is equal to 2/6. Okay, well, let's look at a method of doing it. How did I get from a third to a 2/6? Well, making an equivalent fraction, I just use multiply. So in this case, I multiplied by 2. I multiplied the top by 2. I multiplied the bottom by 2. So 1 times 2 is 2, and 3 times 2 is 6. And there's my equivalent fraction. 1/3 is the same as 2/6. Now, we could prove this by simplifying it, and if you can't remember, or if you're unsure how to simplify a fraction, I'm going to put a little marker up here at the top of the page so you can go and look at my simplifying fractions video. So let's have another look. 2/5. Well, I'm going to pick multiply by 4 here. Multiply the top by 4 and the bottom. What do I get? Well, 2 times 4 is 8, and 5 times 4 is 20. So these fractions, 1/3 is the equivalent of 2/6. I could say 2/6 is the equivalent of a third. And for the other one, 8/20 is the equivalent of 2/5. Okay, remember it's just multiplying. But here's the really cool thing. You can multiply it by any number you like. So we've looked at 2/5 multiplied by 4, gave us 8/20. Well, this time I'm going to multiply 2/5 by 6. Remember, multiplying the top and the bottom. 2 times 6 is 12. 5 times 6 is 30. So 2/5 equals 8/20. And 2/5 also equals 12/30. And again, simplifying, you look at it, you always get back to 2/5. Smaller numbers being multiplied into bigger numbers. That's the key to making an equivalent fraction. So look, it's your turn now. So let's have a quarter, 1/4, and we're going to multiply it by 4 to make an equivalent fraction. Right, what we're going to do? Well, we're going to multiply the top by 4 and the bottom by 4. And if we do that, we'll get 4/16. You've made an equivalent fraction. Let's have another go. 3/5. We're going to multiply this by 6. But remember, you can pick any number you like, but we're going to use 6. What's it going to be? You know what to do. 3 times 6 is 18. 5 times 6 is 30. So that's the equivalent fraction. Okay, time for you to get into the wide world and practice with your equivalent fractions. If you need to, come back here. I'm putting some bonus links to others within my, or other videos within my fraction series for you to look at.